Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, February 3rd. Coming up on Cullman Today, Garden City has landed a federal grant to expand its water system into parts of Blount County. Plus, Cullman leaders met with officials from across the region this week, showing how collaboration has helped fuel the area's growth. And Governor Ivey is backing bills to make attempting to elude police a felony and toughen penalties for repeat offenders. All this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Garden City has been awarded $520,000 in federal funding to support improvements to its water system, according to Robert Adderholt. The money comes through the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's Community Grants Program and was secured through the fiscal year 2023 Consolidated Appropriations Act. Town officials say the grant will help strengthen water infrastructure and support long-term growth. Amy Black says the project does not require matching funds from the town. If additional funding is needed, it would come from the utility system, not the general fund. The work will expand Garden City's water system into parts of Blount County, adding new customers and improving water supply in that area. Officials say the expansion is not meant to address existing service issues, and current customers should not expect interruptions or rate changes. No construction timeline has been set, and the town says more details will be released once a schedule is finalized. Cullman welcomed 30 community leaders to a regional leadership meeting this week organized by Garland Gudger. Community leaders from Marion County heard from Cullman City Council President Kim Hall at the Cullman Area Chamber of Commerce at the session designed to give other communities a closer look at how Cullman has managed growth. Hall shared the city's leadership approach, emphasizing listening first, engaging stakeholders as partners, using data to guide decisions, and staying grounded in strong core values. She also highlighted long-range planning, infrastructure investment, and collaboration across local, county, state, and federal levels. Also taking part was Jeff Clemmons and Woody Jacobs, who met with business and elected officials from Winfield, Hamilton, and Winston County. They discussed how working together on industrial development, retail, the airport, and the landfill has helped move the community forward, and how the city-county partnership continues to benefit the area. Governor Kay Ivey is again pushing public safety legislation that would increase penalties for attempting to elude law enforcement. In a February 2nd press release, her office said she highlighted the proposal as a priority during her recent State of the State address. The governor is supporting companion bills, House Bill 37 and Senate Bill 233, led by Reed Ingram and Lance Bell. Under current law, attempting to elude is generally a Class A misdemeanor, with felony enhancements tied only to specific conduct. The proposal would elevate the base offense from a misdemeanor to a felony, toughen sentencing for reckless cases, including eluding with children in the vehicle, striking law enforcement officers in their vehicles, or committing the offense while on pretrial release, and require mandatory jail time for repeat offenders. The release notes Ivey made public safety her top priority in 2025 through her Safe Alabama package and says it remains a priority in her final year in office. And Chloe Walker is the 2026 Cullman County Spelling Bee Championship. Fairview Middle School 7th grader Chloe was the last student standing out of 23 of the area's top speller. The winning word? Pinnacle. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, Wallace State Cheer made a huge statement at UCA Nationals, bringing home a national runner-up finish. Sports is next. Welcome back. Wallace State Cheer turned in a standout performance on the national stage, finishing second in the nation at the 2026 Universal Cheerleaders Association Nationals in the open small co-ed cheer division. The Lions claimed the national runner-up spot after a strong showing against top programs nationwide, finishing just behind Northwest Community College. The result caps a successful season for Wallace State Cheer and further establishes the program as one of the nation's elite junior college squads. Under the direction of head coach Kevin Yates and assistant coach Darian Mitchell, Wallace State delivered a high-energy routine that showcased athleticism, precision, and teamwork. The Lions' performance reflected months of preparation and a collective commitment to excellence, culminating in a podium finish at one of cheerleading's premier national competitions. The Wallace State roster featured a strong blend of experience and new talent. Throughout the season, the Lions demonstrated consistency, resilience, and competitive toughness, qualities that were on full display at nationals. The second-place finish is among the highest national results in program history and highlights the continued growth of Wallace State Cheer. With a strong foundation in place and national recognition now secured, Wallace State Cheer looks poised to remain a force on the national stage in the seasons to come. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, a Cullman area organization is bringing in a former Disney leadership expert for a lunch and learn. Plus, Cullman's February calendar is packed with Valentine's events, from live music and dinners to speed dating and community dances. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Cullman County farms are stepping up to help after a devastating barn fire at 2x2 Petting Zoo in Enterprise killed 116 animals. Sneed's Farmhouse and Fortner Farm have partnered to raise money and support the rebuilding efforts for the petting zoo. Organizers say the fundraiser is meant to help cover recovery and rebuilding costs as the owner begins the long process of starting over. Donations can be made online at sneedsfarmhouse.com. Donors are asked to click Donations and include the note Petting Zoo Rebuild so the funds are directed to the effort. And even if you can't give right now, organizers say sharing the fundraiser is another way the community can help. Looking for Valentine's fun in Cullman? February is packed with events for couples, friends, and families. Kick things off February 6th with a big band dance featuring the Cullman High School Jazz Band at Loft 212. On February 9th, Jubilee Kitchen and Bar hosts a Galentine's wine dinner with mocktail tickets available too. February 12th brings Girl Dinner at the Grill at Trident Marina with live music and shareable bites. Valentine's Day, February 14th, includes speed dating at Ethos Brewery, lakeside specials at the Grill, and a dinner and music night at Goat Island Brewing. Also February 14th, the Cullman Elks Lodge hosts a love party with live music and dinner by pre-order. Events keep rolling February 16th with Jubilee's Napa Valley Night of Romance, and February 20th with a permanent jewelry and pizza at Bloom Winery. The Shirley Burden Public Library is recognizing the volunteers and board members who help keep programs and services moving in Hanceville. Library Manager Teresa Rivera says the library board plays a key role in bringing ideas, helping with events and supporting outreach, including pitching in with children's story times. The library also has a new board member, Lauren Bentley, a Hanceville native and kindergarten teacher at Hanceville Primary School, was appointed in October and is now serving as vice chair. The next library board meeting is April 8th at 5 p.m. and it's open to the public. The board meets quarterly at the library. The Shirley Burden Public Library is located at 201 Commercial Street and is open Tuesday through Friday and Saturday mornings. Cullman Area Society for Human Resource Management, or SHRM, will host leadership expert Pete Blank for this month's meeting Wednesday, February 18th at the Wallace State Workforce Training Center, 2424 Industrial Park Road, Southwest in Cullman. Lunch and networking begin at 11:30 a.m., followed by a presentation from noon to 1 p.m. His talk, Put Some Disney Magic in Your HR Practices, focuses on leadership and workplace culture, drawing on more than 25 years of experience, including time with Disney and in local government. Blank is an author and national speaker who also shares a weekly leadership segment on WBRC Fox 6 Good Day, Alabama. Attendees can earn one SHRM professional development credit by staying for the full 60-minute session. Lunch is sponsored by Employer Flexible. RSVP to shermcoleman@gmail.com. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Alva Coyas Umphrey passed away Friday, January 16th. Visitation will be Sunday, February 15th at 1 p.m. at First Baptist Church of Montgomery in the Stakely Sanctuary. Memorial service will follow at 2 p.m. Glenda Steele Bagwell, 63, of Falkville, passed away Saturday, January 31st. Visitation will be Wednesday, February 4th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Funeral service will follow at 1 p.m. with burial at Cullman Heritage Cemetery. Melissa June Shable, 66, of Cullman, passed away Sunday, February 1st. Visitation will be Friday, February 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Funeral service will follow at 1 p.m. with burial at Flint Creek Cemetery. Ernest Elton Williams, 79, of Crane Hill, passed away Sunday, February 1st. No services are planned at this time. John Wayne Heatherly, 79, passed away Friday, January 30th. Visitation will be Wednesday, February 4th from noon to 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home, with a celebration of life funeral service following at 2 p.m. in the Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. A graveside committal service will be conducted at Valley Springs Baptist Church Cemetery. Melissa Ray Munger, 53, passed away Friday, January 30th. Visitation will be Sunday, February 8th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Peck Funeral Home. A celebration of life funeral service will be Sunday, February 8th at 3 p.m. at Peck Funeral Home Chapel. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today is shaping up wet. Showers are likely mainly afternoon with a high near 55. Winds pick up out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour and with gusts up to 20, and rain chances are around 90%. We could pick up a quarter to half an inch of rain. Tonight, showers continue mainly before midnight with a low around 35 and another 90% chance of rain. Tomorrow stays mostly cloudy and cooler with a high near 43 and a north-northwest breeze gusting up to 20. Tomorrow night remains mostly cloudy, dropping to around 21 with a light north-northwest wind. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.